Had a very dark timbre. Oh, she sang as like somebody sings who never had any lessons, and she never studied before. And when she came to me, she didn't know anything classical. She sang something like "Smoke Gets in Your Eyes." And then when she was accepted at the Faculty of Music. And then when she started to sing with the right technique, she improved tremendously. And then very soon she went into opera school. And Mr. Hermann Geiger Torell, who was then the director of the Canadian Opera Company, was the director of the opera school too. And then she went to opera school, and one day he told me that, Teresa, I can't teach her anything. She's so talented. She goes on stage and just did it, instinctively, the right thing. Never had to tell her anything.
The person who thought it was a special talent was Dr. Arnold Walter, Dr. Walter. He's a wonderful, wonderful man he's passed away. He was the head of the Faculty of Music. And I don't know how he ever realized in the beginning that there was a special talent there, but he gave me my scholarship, sent me to Irene Jessner, and I started studying.
The question of where it comes from, like Dr. Polymonaco says, somehow it's in the chromosomes, maybe from generation upon generation. Do you accept that notion? It's almost something you have nothing to do with except to nurture it and train it further, but it's just there. It just flies into the body in a way. What do you think of that?
There's something quite incredible about the human voice. I mean, the human voice goes right back to the primal whatever it is we express with the human voice. Anguish, torment, joy, happiness, we laugh, we cry. And opera, when it's done truly well, takes these things which we can't talk about. Maybe they're too painful, or it's so much joy that you can't express it, and puts it in a... Sometimes our pain is so much that we can only... If we were to express it, we would cry out. And sometimes the emotion is so extreme that no words can contain that emotion. And only that primal scream, only the human voice can truly, truly get to the soul or to the core of whatever it is that one needs to express. And opera takes this that we can no longer talk about because it's past talking, and allows us to express it to that nth abstract degree. That emotion that we might feel that we can't really tell someone else what it is, but sometimes you hear a phrase of music that makes you want to weep because it says it for you.
such a variety of, if I may say, kind of crazy lady that you seem to do. I was thinking of the Salome production. I don't know how it's possible to portray that much violence almost that you seem to have in that performance. Where do you reach to for that?
It's fierce.
Well, if I may allow myself a bit of philosophy or a bit of analyzing, I think that we all have the possibility of violence within us. But certainly I saw some degree of violence in my upbringing because of my father's, because of the problem that that our whole family had to deal with and learn to survive. Not only my father, but the whole family, because it affects the whole family, was his manic depression.
So, but in the character, Salome says at the end that love has a bitter taste. I wonder if that is something you believe yourself. It's Oscar Wilde's line, I guess, from the libretto. Love has a bitter taste, and it's Salome's last exclamation.
I don't know. I think I'm tasting it now for the first time in my life. I'll let you know in the future if it had a bitter taste.